Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a seriously fascinating intersection, building your future through UK construction visas and pairing that with the power of dynamic video recruitment. Okay, let's dive right into this. What exactly connects a £55,000 UK salary, a gold CSCS card, and a YouTube script? I know, it sounds a bit like a random riddle, right? But understanding the link between these three things is literally the blueprint for navigating the modern UK construction industry, whether you're the one applying for the job or the one trying to fill it. To make sense of this, we're actually using a proven video scripting technique to structure this very explainer. Justin Brown over at Primal Video absolutely hits the nail on the head here. He teaches that you have to hook the viewer immediately. You don't start with some drawn-out, boring intro. You let them know right away that they are in the exact right place. And well, that is exactly what we just did. So Justin's framework breaks down into 5 simple steps: hook, intro, content, bonus, and call to action. We've already knocked out the first 2. Now, as we move into the actual content regarding construction roles and salaries, I want you to keep this in the back of your mind. By the time we hit the bonus and call to action sections, I am going to reveal a secret weapon that UK recruiters are actively using to win the global talent war. All right, let's jump straight into the content. We're zeroing in on a specific, incredibly sought-after role today. Job code 5330, the Construction and Building Trades Supervisor. Now, this isn't just about swinging a hammer, it is a vital leadership position. We're talking about overseeing skilled trades teams, managing resources, strictly enforcing safety protocols, and making absolutely sure project deadlines are hit. Whether it's residential, commercial, or massive industrial projects, these folks are the linchpin of any successful site. Now, if you're in the UK, you already know your CSCS card color directly signals your qualification level and your earning power. A blue card for skilled workers, which needs an NVQ level 2, generally caps salaries around £40,000 a year. But stepping up to that gold card, the one requiring an NVQ level 3 or 4, that unlocks a massive earning potential of up to £55,000 for a general foreman or an assistant site manager. Yes, getting that NVQ level 4 costs about £1,150 up front, but think about it. With a $15,000 salary uplift, that investment literally pays for itself in just a couple of months. Of course, what you actually take home depends heavily on geography. London and the Southeast are consistently offering premium rates. A site supervisor in London can easily command up to £58,000 employed, or a staggering £340 a day if they're on contract. That regional bump isn't just arbitrary, it's driven by the intense cost of living and the fierce competition for experienced supervisors who can actually run these major infrastructure and commercial builds. But hey, it's not just where you work, it's what you're building. The project type drastically affects your pay packet. The absolute highest paying sectors right now: data centers, tech facilities, heavy infrastructure like rail and highways, and large commercial builds. Why? Simply put, these are incredibly complex, highly safety-critical environments. Coordinating mechanical and electrical systems on a $200 million data center requires a level of extreme competence and risk management that standard volume house building just doesn't, and the pay entirely reflects that high barrier to entry. So, how do we bridge this gap? Let's move on to the logistics of connecting global talent with this massive UK demand. $41,700. I'm just going to let that sit there for a second. This is the general minimum salary threshold an employer has to offer to sponsor someone on the UK skilled worker visa. If the role doesn't hit this mark, or the specific going rate for that exact position, the visa is getting refused. Plain and simple. But wait, there is a pretty massive exception here. The government recognizes that certain trades are in desperately short supply. So if a role happens to be on the immigration salary list, think bricklayers, masons, roofers, carpenters, that threshold drops significantly to £33,400. That is a game changer. It makes it so much more feasible for UK sponsors to bring in the specific tradespeople they need without entirely blowing their budget. The visa pathway itself is fairly straightforward, though let's be real, it's very strict. Step 1, you absolutely must secure a job offer first from a Home Office-approved UK sponsor who will then issue your certificate of sponsorship. From there, you have to prove your skill level and English proficiency, gather up all the necessary documents like TB tests or proof of funds, and finally submit the whole shebang online. All right, we've made it to the bonus section. Pan off that loop we opened earlier. Let's talk about navigating surcharges and settlement.
£1,035. You really need to keep this number in mind. This represents the annual immigration health surcharge, which gives you access to the NHS. And here is the absolutely crucial part. This must be paid upfront for the entire duration of the visa when you apply. And yes, that's even if you already have private medical insurance. So for a multi-year visa, you're looking at a very significant upfront cost that both applicants and employers need to factor in from day one.
For a lot of folks, the ultimate goal is permanent residence, which is officially known as Indefinite Leave to Remain, or ILR. Now, for a standard skilled worker visa, you've got to maintain continuous residence and employment for 5 full years before you can apply for ILR. But, fun fact, if you enter on specific business visas, like the Innovator Founder visa, you might actually be eligible after just 3 years.
And that brings us to the final step of our framework, the call to action. Winning the global talent war requires dynamic video recruitment.
So, the folks over at the recruitment platform See Me Hired have some brilliant strategic tips for creating an effective recruitment video. First, keep it short and shareable. 1 to 2 minutes is your absolute sweet spot. Second, maintain strict authenticity. Don't fake it. Show your real workplace culture, your real sites, and your real employees. Third, use high-quality equipment. Honestly, an iPhone is perfectly fine for the camera, but you've got to invest in good lighting and a solid microphone so candidates can actually hear you clearly. And finally, when you embed these videos directly into your job posts, you get a massive SEO boost, making your job advert way more searchable out there on the internet. So, whether you're an employer looking to bridge the skills gap with dynamic video job posts, or a site supervisor eyeing up that £55,000 gold card salary and a permanent life in the UK, the blueprint is right in front of you. You know the rules, you know the rates, and now you have the script. So what's really stopping you from pressing record on your UK construction journey?